All right. Rule number one. Something I just learned. Don't make a video if you're hungry. And especially if you're not used to it. Like if you're not at that level, you know what I mean? Like me, I'm still an amateur. I had to pause the video. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm hungry and I'm trying to talk at the same time. I'm not there yet. But anyways, so my dad, despite him not really being healthy, check this out. Despite him not being healthy, despite him having the worst diet, and all that drink. Despite all that, my dad had purpose. My dad had purpose. And I was thinking about that this morning, so I'm like, damn, delicious. My dad had purpose. So I'm like, I'm over here using fucking TRT for the last, not last, but the last 3 years. I stopped for 8 months. So for the last 8 months, I haven't been on it. But I was on it prior to that for like 3.5 years. You know, trying to achieve this like physique, trying to be fucking ripped. You know, having 4 kids, a beautiful wife. And my dad had none of that. But he had more purpose than I did. And I realized that because this is the thing, like, I can sit here, I could actually write an entire book on this man. Because this man exemplified love. Love at its like core. Love at its like, damn, I don't even know how to describe it, right? But check this out. So my dad, full-time job, 3 kids, a beautiful wife, working full-time. And my mom had jobs here and there. And at the same time, he flew his parents in from New York. And took care of them for 10 years. He took care of them for 10 years. Just because he wanted to. And this is an example of the type of guy he was. Work full time, drop my mom off at work, go to work, and then after work, pick up my mom, bring her back home. And then he would walk my grandfather around the neighborhood, and then he would give him a bath. He would give his dad a bath. And I don't know if it was every night, but it was a lot. And he would cook them oatmeal at night. Like he had this nightly routine with them where he would make he would sit both of his elderly parents, they were like in their 80s. He would sit them down and he would make them oatmeal or cream of wheat, whatever it was. And they would eat. And I would just sit there at the table watching my grandfather just spoon every spoon, whatever. Eat every spoonful of whatever it was. And the enjoyment that I got from that, just from watching my dad take care of my grandparents and us, I was like, holy crap, dude. Like I had, but most kids didn't have my age. And I took it for granted. I was like, you know, my dad was also strict, which, man, I'm so proud the fact that he was. Otherwise, I would have fucking ended up dead or something. But my dad was, you know, he was a man's man, so he had purpose. Yeah, he didn't have health, and I think he didn't have health. It's because he was too busy taking care of everybody else instead of taking care of himself. That's not selfish. That's selfless. But he didn't have the resources that I have available to me, right? So I'm thinking, yeah. there's no reason why men should be so vain and to me, that's what happened to me. So I'm like, dude, my dad was over here fucking doing like being a man, and I was just being stupid. Like stupid. And so that's when I was like, dude, I'm gonna get off this. And I have to reevaluate what my fitness is to me, right? And I have to keep it practical. I have to keep it simple. I have to, implement these habits that are gonna change my life, but not in so much that they're gonna get in the way of taking care of my family, taking care of what's truly important. So, I thought I need to change things up. I need to train in such a way that is going to contribute to my movement, that is going to help me move better. Not look good, better. I need to be able to have no pain in my body. I want to be able to be free. I want to be able to, I want mobility. I want movement. I want to be good at moving my body. And if I'm good at moving my body, guess what happens? I move all the time. And if I move all the time, then I could take care of my family the best way I know how. And now that's when I was like, okay, that's it right there, right? So do I really care about what anybody thinks, how I look, or whatever? I used to. To me, right now, hell no. No. And, as men, we weren't really meant to focus on body fat percentage. It's just relative, like in a healthy range. We're not meant to measure food. We're not meant to do any of that shit. You know what I mean? And so I just eat healthy. I don't drink. I drink on occasion. Family holidays and milestone birthdays is when I say, okay, I'm gonna have a few drinks, and then that's it. I'd be honest with you, and everything I do is in moderation. And I reserve now energy for my family. It's not, so I'm able to generate energy in training this particular way on working on my fascia, working on my mobility. And I have these core fundamental habits that I do every single day. It only takes me 10 to 20 minutes, and that is on top of my actual training session that I do maybe 3 times a week, and then jujitsu a couple times a week. And right there, I am able to kind of fill my entire week with movement without spending so much time hurting, like during recovery, not being able to move the next day. I love these micro movements daily, and it just compounds over time, right? You get good at moving, especially at my age. And the kettlebell juggling, the rope flow, the club bell work, I'm still an amateur on all these movements, but man, they just, for some reason, at my age, I'm again almost 50, I'm 47, I can kind of move around like I'm a kid. It's so cool. So and then it just leads to my purpose naturally. At the end of the day, you really have to ask yourself, like, why nutrition and why fitness is important to you. God is good.